Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. It's a wonderful, wonderful Sunday, and something I wanted to talk about is lobbyists. Well, what lobbyists like to do is they like to lobby with doctors. They like to buy doctor stuff. They like to give them money, take them out to dinner, buy new cars, so they can buy them, so the doctor can start prescribing their painkillers or whatever medicine they want to prescribe. So the doctor get that money. Why the doctor does this is to the doctors are thousands and thousands of dollars in debt. Okay, it's gonna take them, although they make a lot of money, it takes them a while to get out of that, right? So basically, they take that those painkillers, medicine, and they promise the lobbyists that they'll do it, sign a contract, so they get that new car, and so they get this stuff out. Well, this is why Southern West Virginia will start getting millions and millions of painkillers and all kinds of stuff because these lobbyists kept on lobbying to these doctors so they can start prescribing more and more and more. Well, I believe these lobbyists need to be held accountable for this. Although the doctors do too. Don't get me wrong. The doctors, you've seen a lot of doctors being arrested because of the opioid epidemic, and licenses taken away, and so on and so on. Well, I believe the lobbyists need need to be, charged for this. Okay, they need to be charged for this because they're the ones that were lobbying to the doctors. The doctors need to have a license taken away. If they're subjected to a lobbyist coming to them and trying to lobby, and they fall for it and take the money and stuff like that, I believe the doctors need their license taken away. I believe doctors need training. They need training on how to on painkillers. They need to be trained to how not to give in to lobbyists, and so on and so on. Well, I believe hospitals need to offer some kind of incentive, like some kind of loan repayment program or something like that to help cut down on the doctor's debt. A loan repayment program is like, say for instance, if they pay a certain low amount every month for 10 years, they can have their debt taken off or automatically forgiven because they're a doctor and basically um they help people, say for something like that. So I mean that's what I believe. I believe the doctors need to be held accountable, and these lobbyists from these pharmaceutical companies need to be charged for trying to bribe these doctors of taking the to prescribing their medication by giving them money and so on and so on. I know the DHHR are actually trying to come up with a plan nationally to actually help with this epidemic. And they're trying to ask for suggestions and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try to figure out a way, see if I can get this suggestion to them, because I believe anything can help. You know what I mean? Anything can help. Donald Trump basically um, said the opioid epidemic is a national health emergency now. So we need to figure out something, because if we don't figure out something, then it's gonna keep the cycle's gonna keep on going on and on and on, and it's gonna be in my child's life. The cycle's gonna be generations down the road. So we need to figure out something that's going to help. That's going to help with the epidemic, help save lives, help hold put dealers away, so we can figure out how to stop this, because this has been swept under the rug too much. And politicians don't want to deal with it. They don't want to deal with it at all because it's they want to sweep it under the rug, have the next politician deal with it. Well, that politician will sweep that under the rug. Something needs to stop. It needs to stop. And, we need to figure out something that's going to help. Just help with things. You know what I mean? Just help save lives. Help mothers, fathers, sons, daughters, brothers, whatever, get the help that they need. Also, they need to make treatment more accessible. And a lot of places need to take Medicaid. You know what I mean? They need to make treatment more accessible to get people in treatment. So because treatment's not cheap. You know, a lot of people in West Virginia are not wealthy. And you know, it's hard to get health insurance these days because health insurance is expensive. So we need to figure out something how to make treatment more accessible for people so they can get the treatment that they need and we can go from there. You know, I had this idea. It was like the other day. You know, I used to work in a prison. I was a case manager. I worked in a substance abuse unit. About what about these work releases? You know, these work releases are where offenders can go and they can work in a community and come back and so on and so on. And how about at these facilities? You know, most of these people are drug offenses, low drug offenses, and how about have mental health there? You know, have like a mental health team to help rehabilitate them, and to they can get the counseling they need, so that when they get out, they're perfectly good, and or just have like a referral service, just something like that. You know, there's a lot of things that can be done, but it just we need to figure out something because if not, like I said, this cycle is going to keep on going on and on and on until something's figured out. But hope you guys like this video. Just had to get my ideas out there. You know, I just been heavy. I've had the heavy thoughts for the past couple of days of what should be done. Subscribe. Peace.